Russia was one of the few countries to escape censure under Trump's tariffs. But it is unclear how the economic consequences for the world's most sanctioned economy will play out. For now, relatively immune to worldwide financial turbulence, Russia may benefit from trade flows reorientation away from the United States to the developing countries. But global economic uncertainty is driving oil prices down, and that creates additional risks to the Russian budget.
You have the oil price effect, whereby the higher the tariffs, the greater the threat of global recession, the greater the effect on oil prices, and the more significant the potential reduction in oil prices, which is something that is still very important for Russia because Russia still very much depends on oil exports.
Another fact is that the US tariffs will likely push China even closer to Russia, one of the largest markets in Europe, and away from the US market. Donald Trump's actions also dispelled myths about the stability of the dollar-based international economic system, and that is adding value to alternative economic alliances.
Trump has caused turbulence, fear in the world that anyone could come under tariffs. The global economy is shaken, chains are broken, logistics are changing. But now, we in BRICS have more chances to take those chains off, to capitalize on it, because there's no more trust in Trump and the US.
Meanwhile, Moscow continues its negotiations with the US, and their economic focus is evident even in the choice of representatives for official discussions. Bilateral trade hit the lowest point after 2022.
Despite the imposition of sanctions, exports worth $3 billion, mostly fertilizer and precious metals, still transited to the US last year. And now, with signs of a US-Russia rapprochement, talk of a deeper economic cooperation is back on the agenda.
The US-Russia trade relationship is starting from such a low base that there is tremendous scope for growth and expansion.
We're already seeing signs that there are preparations on both sides, I think, on the Western side and on the Russian side to prepare for the return of some of the companies that have left the Russian market. And I think Russia will be seeking to keep this relatively open.
With the potential rediscovery of pre-2022 cooperation spheres such as agriculture, aviation, airspace and energy, Moscow and Washington could explore new areas such as the digital economy and joint operations in the Arctic. For Russia, the uncertainty of where all these tectonic shifts in global trade will end up is high risk, but it is also a golden opportunity for some. Dasha Chernyshova, TRT World, Moscow.